All right, let's just jump right in. I've got a question for you, and it's going to sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. Can your Wi-Fi see you?
Well, the short answer, yes. And get this, it can see you, even through walls.
So today, we're going to break down this incredible piece of tech called WiFi DensePose. And it's a system that's, well, it's literally teaching us how to see the unseen. Okay, so you're probably thinking, how is that even possible? Let's get into the basic idea here, which is seeing through solid walls using nothing but the Wi-Fi signals that are probably all around you right now.
You know, it all kicks off with a problem we can all understand. On one side, you've got this real need for monitoring things. Think about, say, an elderly relative living alone. You want to know they're safe, that they haven't fallen. But on the other side, who wants a camera pointed at them 24/7? It feels invasive, right? It's a massive privacy issue. And that exact conflict is what sparks this whole new approach.
Enter WiFi DensePose. This is the solution. It's a system that takes all those Wi-Fi signals bouncing around your room and uses them to build a full real-time map of a person's body, their pose, their movements, and here's the most important part. It does it all without a single camera. Your privacy stays completely intact.
Okay, that sounds absolutely incredible, but how? How in the world do you turn invisible radio waves into a detailed picture of how someone is moving? Let's pop the hood and see what's going on inside.
So this diagram here breaks down a pretty complex process into something we can follow. It all begins with your everyday standard Wi-Fi router. As those signals fly from the router to your phone or laptop, they're bouncing off everything, and that includes you. The system is constantly collecting data on how those signals change as they bounce around. That data has a name, Channel State Information, or CSI for short. The best way to think about it is like a unique fingerprint of the room at that exact moment. From there, a processor cleans up all that noisy data, and then the real magic happens. A neural network, the brains of the whole operation, translates those signal fingerprints into a human pose. And to top it off, a tracker makes sure it can keep an eye on each person, even if there are a bunch of people in the room.
And what makes this system so ridiculously powerful are these key features. First, it's privacy first. We've talked about that, no cameras. It's also happening in real time. We're talking a delay of less than 50 milliseconds. That's faster than a blink of an eye. It can track up to 10 people at once in the same area. And maybe the coolest part? It's hardware agnostic. That's a fancy way of saying it works with the standard Wi-Fi router you probably already have. You don't need to buy any special, expensive gear.
But, the team behind this wasn't just happy that it worked. Good enough wasn't good enough for them. They wanted it to be blazingly fast and super efficient. And that ambition led them to completely rewrite the whole thing, leading to this quantum leap in performance.
Just look at these numbers for a second. The first version, which was written in Python, was already pretty quick. But this new version, they rewrote it in a language called Rust, which is known for its raw speed. And wow, it's just in a completely different league. Things that used to take milliseconds are now done in microseconds. Cleaning the signal, pulling out the important features, every single part of the process is now hundreds of times faster.
But here it is, the big one, the headline number. The whole pipeline, from the raw Wi-Fi signal coming in to the final human pose going out, is now around 810 times faster. Let me say that again, 810x. That isn't just a little tweak, that is a complete game changer. It makes things possible that you couldn't even dream of before.
So all this incredible speed, it's not just about showing off. It's not just for bragging rights. This speed is what unlocks real-world uses that can have a genuine, life-saving impact. So let's talk about why this matters, like really matters.
The possibilities here are just huge. Think about healthcare. It can instantly detect if someone has fallen and call for help. Or fitness. Imagine getting real-time analysis on your form while you're working out. In your smart home, it could automatically adjust the lights and the heat based on who's in the room and where they are. And in security, you get surveillance that watches for intruders without ever recording a single private moment. But as amazing as all that is, there's a special version of this tech that takes things to an entirely different level. Its most important use might just be this. It's a specialized extension called Wi-Fi-Mat, and it was designed for one specific critical purpose: disaster response. The whole goal is to use these same Wi-Fi signals to find survivors, people trapped under rubble after an earthquake or in a collapsed building, situations where every single second is the difference between life and death. And we're not just talking about seeing a vague human shape here. This is so much more advanced.
WiFi-Mat can detect the tiniest micro-movements, enough to sense vital signs like breathing and even a heartbeat. It can pinpoint a survivor's exact location in 3D, even if they're buried under 5 meters of concrete and debris. And it can even help first responders by automatically triaging victims, basically figuring out who needs help the most urgently, so they can prioritize the rescue.
So, let's be clear. This isn't some interesting lab experiment anymore. What we're looking at right here, this is the future of rescue technology. So, what began as a really clever idea to protect our privacy has grown into something truly profound. This technology transforms the humble Wi-Fi router, that little box blinking in the corner of your room, into a powerful, life-saving tool that can literally see what we can't.
And it really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? If your Wi-Fi can see through walls to save a life today, what's next? What other invisible forces are all around us, just waiting for us to figure out how to use them?